that escalated quickly. One minute she's strolling in the park, the next she's dodging a lethal injection. This movie doesn't let you catch your breath. G'day guys, Holy Critics signing in, and today we're diving into The Witness Files, a suspenseful movie that plunges you into the dark world of corruption and survival, with Yancy Butler delivering one of her most intense roles yet. Think, high-stakes courtroom drama meets edge-of-your-seat crime thriller in the style of The Fugitive. It's a game of cat and mouse where the rules don't apply and trust is a rare commodity. Give it a watch and let me know what you think afterward.
Paulie, where have you been? Freezing my balls off out here.
Tell me something, Jimmy. Do you think I'm stupid?
What? What are you talking about?
It's a question, Jimmy.
Why? Why would you ask me a thing like that?
Just answer the damn question. Do you think I'm stupid?
No.
Then how is it that you think that you could get away with screwing me?
Who told you that? I'd never...
Do not lie to me. Paulie, I didn't do nothing. I bring you into my organization. I treat you like my brother. And what do I get in return? You look at me, Jimmy. You look at me when I'm talking to you. Look at my eyes. You know what you are. You're a goddamn knock.
Paulie, please.
Thanks. Right over here. You guys fill it out? You need to go
Oh my God, Jimmy.
With us is District Attorney Frank Sutton. What can you tell us about the slaying tonight?
Well, I can't really comment until all the evidence is gathered. But I will say this. When the suspect or suspects have been apprehended, they will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
But coming in the middle of your campaign for Attorney General, are the mob bosses sending a signal?
Well, if they are, they'll live to regret it. My record for criminal prosecution is the best in the state. In fact, I'll make a promise, a pledge to the people of this city right now. When the killer of our undercover officer is apprehended and charged, I will prosecute this case personally.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you all. McCoy. I thought you were on leave.
Yeah, well, leave's over.
Boys of the 2-9, happy to see you.
You got something to say to me, Frank?
Smart ass. I walked a beat, too. I don't like guys who rat out their partners, which means I don't like you.
Fine. Gunshots to the palms. We both know that Paulie Ranguzzo was the shooter. Jimmy must have got sloppy. Someone gave him up.
Where's your partner, McCoy? Is he canvassing the neighborhood?
I don't have one, Frank.
Meaning nobody will work with you. Oh, that's great. Just great. Well, you better get your ass in gear, McCoy, because with you or without you, I'm taking Ranguzzo down for this.
The bullet casings found at the crime scene were 9mm. They matched the size of the entry wounds.
Yeah, skip the basics. What, you come to me with nothing but what I already know? What is it with you?
I have no gun. I don't have any witnesses. Frank, you know that neighborhood. It's like it never even happened to them.
Yeah, well, I got the mayor and the rest of this damn town that knows it did. So you make it happen to them.
Staff meeting, boss.
5 minutes. I mean it, McCoy. Don't come back here without a witness.
Tell you what, Frank. I get a witness, you stay out of my face.
Yeah, it's me. I got a problem.
Just a minute. Hold still.
How's it look?
Okay, go check.
Oh, my Lord. You're a real artist, you know that, Sandy? No, I mean it, a real artist.
I'm glad you like it.
Did you ever make up anyone famous, like, I don't know, like Brad Pitt?
No, I was more into space creatures, vampires, lots of special effects makeup.
Too bad. I swear, Daryl's not even gonna know who I am. I look so good, I just might have to smack him one for kissing another woman, you know that?
Ready to check out, Lisa?
A couple more minutes, Marge.
Make it quick.
Guess this is it.
Listen to me, you gotta stay positive, all right? Your parole hearing's coming up, and maybe this time you'll get out, and then you and that precious little boy of yours can start over.
Yeah.
Oh, hell, I wish we could keep in touch. But it's a violation of my parole if we even talk on the telephone.
Oh, I know, darling, I know. You and Daryl will be on the road anyway.
Oh, yeah, didn't I tell you? We're off to Grift. Not even Kearney. We're going straight. What do you think about that?
I think that's really great, Lisa.
Oh, I almost forgot. I have something for you. It's a wish bracelet. Now, when Daryl gave it to me, he told me I wasn't supposed to take it off until the wish I made came true. That worked for me. Maybe it'll work for you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Okay. Take care.
Yeah, you too. Oh, Lisa?
Oh, ain't that sweet? You picked my pocket. That was real good, honey.
Learn from the master.
Visitor Dickinson.
Ooh.
I ain't your social secretary.
You don't want to hear this.
Last time you waited until after you screwed up my parole hearing to gloat.
I got a deal for you.
I'm sure you do.
Sit down. Oh, you have something better to do? Next week at your parole hearing, it's possible that I might have a change of heart. Perhaps I was overzealous in charging you with voluntary manslaughter. In light of what we've learned about domestic violence, perhaps you were justified in killing your husband. I mean, look what he did to you.
You are one sadistic creep, Frank.
Fine. You don't want to hear. I just got off the phone with the social services. The Burnett's are very interested in adopting your son. I can get you out of here into an apartment and get your little boy back. Now, what part of that scenario do you find offensive?
I think the obvious part, Frank, where I have to make a deal with the devil.
So, you'd rather stay here and have your son raised by strangers. You carry a hell of a grudge.
Wait. Wait, just wait. Tell me what I have to do.
When the time is right, you'll hear all about it. You're late.
You're lucky I'm here at all, Sutton. You better hope campaign financing reform never passes.
Somehow I'm not worried. What you got for me?
Mixed bag. Black, Latino, white, couple of women. Background information all untraceable.
Silas Wilson, Mary Calabria, Lillian Weatherwax. Great.
Birth certificate, social security, driver's license, library card. Just add photo ID, you got yourself a brand new identity.
All courtesy my very own witness protection program.
More reliable than the feds. You have the warm body?
Yeah, I think I have someone who'll fit the bill.
Justin. Hi, honey.
It's all right, love. It's all right.
Justin, it's okay if you don't remember me, but, I bet you remember Mr. Bear. He remembers you, and he's been very lonely. Yeah. Mrs. Burnett, thank you for everything.
Okay, Justin. Go with Mommy. Good luck to you. Thanks.
Can Mr. Bear come out and play? Big piece or little piece?
Big.
Okay.
Can I be a clown for Halloween?
Sure you can, honey. Or you can be a space alien.
Batman.
Or Batman. Anything you want.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
So, settled in?
Getting there.
Glad to have your boy back.
What can I do for you, Frank?
Think I could get some to drink?
I don't really have anything yet.
You have water, don't you?
Of course.
Here, look this over.
Lillian Weatherwax?
Everything you need to know about her is in there. Memorize it. You'll be grilled on the witness stand.
That's the favor? I assume an identity and swear by it?
Know the name Paulie Ranguso? Well, he's got his hand in every dirty operation in this city. Before I leave office, I want to see that scumbag rotting away in the corner of a state pen.
That doesn't really answer my question.
Mr. Ranguso just murdered a cop in cold blood. There's no forensic evidence to tie him to the scene, and there are no witnesses.
Except, let me guess, except for me. Or should I say, Lillian Weatherwax. Frank, if I testify against a mob boss, they'll come after me, or worse, Justin.
No, I can keep you both safe.
How am I supposed to pretend to be somebody that I'm not?
You make up people for a living, don't you?
Not anymore. If anyone finds out about this, Frank, I'll be put away for the rest of my life.
It's not negotiable. Here's 10,000 now, 10,000 after you finish your testimony. Then you and Justin can go anywhere you want, and you and I will never have to see each other again.
Guess there always is an upside.
So how do you account for your recent slippage in the polls?
The polls change like the tide, Sarah. You know that. The people know that.
Could it be due to the lack of movement in the Jimmy Cataldo murder? You know, your opponent is calling
My
for...
opponent? You mean Mr. Corporate Lawyer? He doesn't know jack about a criminal investigation. Thanks.
What do you got for me? I'm dying in the polls.
Not as much as I'm dying on this case.
Didn't I tell you I didn't want to see your face again unless you had something for me?
Look, nobody wants to get the guy who killed Jimmy more than me, but it's not like I'm getting any help from the other guys.
Testify against your partner. What do you expect, a medal?
Again with O'Connell?
You know how much I hated to bring that to the grand jury?
But it never hurt you in the polls, Frank.
He gave this office good information. I took a lot of scumbags
He
down.
took a bribe.
He made a mistake.
Oh, and who leaked it to the press, Frank?
You brought it to me, remember?
And you used me!
Yeah, well, maybe you should have thought about that before you turned him in. You feel guilty? That's your problem. Now get your ass back out there and get me something!
Excuse me, ma'am? 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 I'm a detective.
Get away from me. I didn't do nothing.
No, I know. I just want to ask you some questions. I'm not going to hurt you.
No questions. I don't like questions.
Okay. I bet you like lunch. There's a diner a couple of blocks away. I go there all the time. You could have whatever you want.
You have food on you right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll answer your questions. But only if this don't count as lunch.
That's a deal. Is this where you live?
Yeah, this is where I live.
Maybe you remember something. It happened a couple weeks ago. A man was shot here, right here. He was a policeman, but he wasn't wearing a uniform. Maybe you saw something, heard something.
Paulie.
What?
That's what your friend called him, Paulie.
Would you recognize this Paulie if you saw him again?
Of course I'd recognize him. I may be old, but I ain't blind.
All right, where's this witness? My client has reservations for lunch.
Hold your water, counselor. You're on my time.
Give me a break, Frank.
Come right on in here.
Yes, in the minute.
I heard you were gone for good, McCoy.
Maybe your sources aren't as good as they used to be.
Maybe you just can't take a hint.
Take your time, ma'am. No one's leaving here until I say so.
That's him. That's him, the guy with the lousy tie.
You sure?
Like I said, I may be old, but I'm not blind.
Detective, you may read Mr. Ranguso his rights.
You did good. I'll see you in a minute.
Thank you very much for helping us, ma'am.
I get lunch now?
The detective will be back in a couple of minutes. I'm sure he'd love to buy you lunch.
This is a joke, Frank. You got nothing that ties my client to the scene. I'll sue you guys for harassment.
You're not walking away from this one, scuzzwad.
You know what your problem is, Frank? You're boring.
Yeah, well, you won't be bored for long, Paulie, because I'm going to see to it that your cellmate is the biggest chicken hawk in the joint. Get him out of here.
Don't worry, Paulie. Paulie, we'll have you out of here in no time.
Well, look worried.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming on such short notice. We have just arrested Paulie Ranguso for the murder of Officer Jimmy Cataldo.
Mr. Sutton, what evidence do you have in this case?
Well, actually, sir, it's the best we could possibly have. It's an eyewitness. I'm sorry, that's all I can give you for now. I'll have more for you shortly. Thanks very much.
Hey, Lewis, it's me. They're coming at you.
Yeah, I got him. Don't worry, she'll never see it coming.
You eat there every day, huh? You must have a death wish. Didn't your mother teach you how to treat a lady?
Actually, it was my grandmother. And I humbly apologize. Voila.
That's more like it. Hey, you missed my street. Where are you going? My dumpster's back there.
You're not gonna have to sleep in a dumpster. At least not for a while. The city's gonna put you up.
Oh, no, I have to get back to my...
What, your dumpster?
You don't know how hard they are to come by, plus my stuff.
I'll get you what you need. We just want to make sure that nothing happens to you.
No, I want my own stuff. Pull over the car. Damn it, pull it over!
Hey! All right! All right, we'll get your stuff.
You should listen when people talk to you.
What?
Don't forget.
I'll get the door.
Thank you. take me away.
It's okay, baby. What the hell are you doing? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset him, but I thought...
Help me!
Where's the old woman?
There's nobody else here.
What's this?
Oh my God. Oh my God, are you okay?
Freeze!
Please! Drop it!
I know, sweetheart. Okay, in 1 second, okay? Okay, I know. Come on. I know, honey. I know, come on. Oh, good. You're such a good boy. Come on.
Sutton.
It's Sandy. I'm at the hospital with Justin. Somebody just tried to kill us. The cops are on their way. What am I going to tell them?
Okay, calm down.
Look, whatever you got going on, whatever the hell you've got going on, I want nothing to do with it.
Look, Sandy, I said I'd take care of you.
Forget it. The deal is off. Frank, you can take back the money.
Okay, all right, you're afraid. I understand. I would be too. Now, how's Justin? Is he okay?
He, the bullet just, grazed him. We'll be fine. God, it was so close.
But you're both alive, and that's the important thing, am I right?
I mean it, Frank. I am out. If I have to blow the whistle, I will.
Now, both of us know that you're not going to do that.
Yes, I will. And you can stop with the threats. I'd rather go back to jail than to risk my son's life.
Okay, I get the message. The plan's too risky right now anyway.
Why should I trust you?
Look, Sandy, you've held up your end of the bargain. I'm the one that hasn't. I was supposed to protect you. I know we've had our differences, but believe me, I never wanted you or Justin to get hurt. All right, look, why don't you and Justin go to my house, okay? The address is 520 76th Street. All right, the key is under the flower pot. You'll both be safe there. I promise.
Out of the way, please. Coming through.
Doctor, we need
Coming
you.
through, out of the way.
Mommy, I'm tired.
I know, sweetie. I know. We're gonna go take a nice long nap, okay? Frank? Frank?
Sutton.
Hello, Frank. It's Sandy.
Sandy. My God, what happened? Are you two all right?
No, we're not all right. You said we'd be safe.
I know. You must have been followed. I'm sorry. It's my fault. I'll make it up to you, I promise. Where are you?
I think maybe I should just take my own chances.
No, I wouldn't do that. Whoever attacked you is still out there.
We're in a phone booth on 2nd and Maycomb.
All right. Now you sit tight. I'll be right there.
Where are we going?
I have a place in the woods. It's about 20 minutes out of town. It's very private. Nobody will find you there.
I need to go to the bathroom.
How soon, honey? We'll be there really soon.
I need to go now.
You're not serious.
I think he has to go now. Is there a place we can pull over? Would you mind getting Justin something to eat?
What?
He hasn't eaten all day.
All right, you want me to take him to the John, too?
No. No, thank you.
All right, it's around the back.
Hey, buddy. Fill it up. Where'd you have the keys in the car?
Yeah, no problem.
What are you doing? Let it go. What's happening?
Put on your seatbelt, Justin.
Hey, what are you doing?
Hi, it's me, Sandy. Please don't hang up. I wouldn't call, but I swear to God, I'm desperate. I need to ask you a huge favor. Justin's with me, but I need to leave him with you for a few days. You will? Oh, thanks. I'm at the Pinecone Motel, room 12. I'll see you real soon. Okay, bye.
I don't want to leave you.
Oh, baby.
Why can't I come with you?
Because I want you to be safe. Now, listen to me. You're going to stay with a really good friend of mine for just a couple of days. And after all of this is over, we're going to get our own house, and we won't have to run away or be afraid of anything ever again. I promise.
The hell have you been?
Excuse me for having a life. What happened to your car?
Broke down. I had it towed.
Anyway, Dennis McCoy's ready to have a coronary. He insists I'm meeting you at the office tonight.
Oh, great. This better be good.
Frank, look at that. Give me the name of your mechanic when you get a chance.
Don't turn this around on me, McCoy. I'm not the one who lost the damn witness.
I just want to know, how is it all roads lead back to you, Frank? I mean, Ranguzzo's stuck's going after the old woman. That I understand.
What are you jabbering about?
It belongs to one Sandy Dickinson. The Sandy Dickinson you sent away from Man 1.
You were one hell of a detective, McCoy.
Why'd you help her make parole, Frank?
Maybe I thought it was the right thing to do.
Why would a Ranguzzo thug go after her? And what made her disappear?
If you were just released on parole and someone was shot dead in your apartment, would you stick around? She's not missing Einstein. She skipped town.
No, I don't buy that. What if she saw the shooter? And Ranguzo knows about it, and we don't.
Fine. Then find her. Or find the bag lady. Find me somebody to put on the witness stand so Ranguzo doesn't walk.
Something about this stinks, Frank.
Fine. It stinks. Are you through? 'Cause I got an 8 o'clock breakfast meeting with a very angry mayor.
People. John Sullivan equals Alan Stoneman, deceased. Faith Chemner equals Ruth Johnson, deceased. Dietrich Wine, deceased.
Sutton,
Morning, Frank.
why did you steal my car?
I borrowed your car. I wanted to take Justin someplace safe in case they came after us again. I meant it when I said I want out. You can take your money back.
Look, I said I'd let you out, didn't I? Just tell me where and when.
The money's in my bank. It's the one across from Estes Park. I'll be there at noon. You meet me at the ATM in the entrance.
All right, I'll be there.
Hey, Franco! Gee, I miss you when they let me out of jail. I heard your witness got a bad case of cold feet.
Yeah, and how would you know that, scumbag?
That is some lunch you got there, Frank. Say, listen, would you like my driver to bring you back my leftovers from La Scala? Have a nice day, Frankie!
Do you mind? Thank you.
Hang on. Messages. One, I'm taking off early to get ready for your fundraiser. And a woman called. Said you're to meet her at the Pine Cone Motel, room 12. She wouldn't leave her name.
It's not what you think. Sandy? Forgive me, Roland. I thought this day would never end.
Don't give it a second thought.
Frank, phone call.
Sutton.
Hi, Frank, can you talk?
It's not a great time.
Then I'll call you on your car phone in 5 minutes.
I have something I have to do. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, the district attorney has had to take an important business call. I guess when you're district attorney, every call is important.
Come on. Where the hell are you?
Frank, thank God I caught you. Wait, I gotta go. Somebody's following me. Call me in 5 minutes at 555-8602.
Now, wait a minute.
I won't tell anyone!
You can't blackmail me!
Dispatch, call 911. We've got an emergency.
Our host is anxious to have a few words with you, and I'm sure he's going to be with us very shortly.
You want to get that, will you?
Hello?
Let me talk to Sandy.
Sorry, wrong number.
Damn it.
You gonna talk to me, Jackson?
Found at the scene, probably the victims. No license. Library card IDs the owner is Sandy Dickinson.
You got a witness for me yet?
She's dead.
The bag lady?
No, Sandy Dickinson. Somebody shot her, tossed her from the 79th Street Bridge.
They find the body yet?
Currents in that part of the river are pretty bad. We'll be lucky if we find anything.
So do you have any leads?
Yeah, female security guard saw it. A guy in a red Jag. You drive a red Jag, don't you, Frank?
Me and how many other guys in the state, McCoy? See, you'd know the answer to that question if you spent more time on the phone talking to jag dealers instead of wasting my time.
Sutton, can we have a few questions, please? Just a few questions.
Morning.
Are you going to clarify your statement?
I'm going to tell these guys.
Be creative.
Feel that it's going to hurt the campaign. Excuse me?
When did
So, what do you need?
Find me Sandy Dickinson.
She's dead, Frank. Don't you read the papers?
I have to know she's dead. She can make a lot of trouble for me.
Double my usual fee.
Double?
You get what you pay for.
Fine, double. Let me give you a little tip. Find the kid, she won't be far behind.
If I find her alive, then what?
Kill her.
I'll have the bacon avocado on toast, light mayo, and onion rings.
Know what you want? Yeah, I'll have the bacon avocado on toast, light mayo. Oh, and some onion rings.
Are you trying to be funny?
No.
Don't mind Ethel. She's all bark and no bite.
Good thing. So you're a cop?
Never knew it was tattooed on my forehead.
On the notes. The way you're studying them. The way you're not in a hurry to get out of here. You have to be a writer or a cop.
Well, you can't be a cop. I would have seen you around before.
Writer. Investigative reporter.
Ouch.
Or was, anyway. Decided I didn't have the stomach for the new journalism. You know, tell me, Mrs. Jones, you've just watched your entire family burn to a crisp. How does that make you feel?
So, what does the former reporter do now?
The usual. Working on my first novel. It's a cliche, but what the hell, right? Sorry, I'm talking way too much. One of the hazards of being a writer is, well, writing. Or living like a hermit while you're doing it.
I know what you mean. I haven't exactly been hitting the social scene myself.
Oh, yeah? Where's Mrs. Cop?
In Florida with husband number 2.
Sorry.
I'm Dennis McCoy.
Hello, Dennis McCoy. I'm married Calabria. Oh. We both ordered the same exact thing. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's real kismet.
Oh, brother. Ethel, I'm gonna need a doggy bag. I'm gonna have to take this back to the office. Maybe later, do you think you and I can have some drinks? Like 5?
5 drinks is way over my usual limit.
Right, no, I meant if you...
5 o'clock is fine.
Good. Good. Well, I'll see you then.
Where?
Where? Oh, where? O'Malley's. It's an Irish pub.
5 O'Malley's.
I'll see you.
See you. Bye.
Oh, this could be good. The backpack yielded type AB negative blood, which matches Sandy Dickinson's. It's a rare blood type. Too bad the prison system doesn't keep DNA samples yet.
Anything else?
Well, yeah, there is. I also found a second blood type, O negative.
Which could belong to our perp.
Exactly. I'll run DNA on that. Maybe it'll match somebody already on file.
Yeah, how long?
We're running behind, as usual, but I'll see what I can do.
All right. Thanks.
Hi, it's me. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I just can't wait to get this over with and get out of here. I sort of set up the detective. No, not on a date. Well, maybe he thinks it is. Is he? I don't know. I guess he's kind of cute. How's Justin? He did? Can I talk to him? Carnival, huh? Well, that's great. Can you give him a big kiss for me and tell him I'll see him really soon? Yeah. Yeah, you take care too. Okay, bye.
Hi. What are you drinking?
Scotch rocks.
Not white wine?
Writer.
Carla, 2 Scotch rocks, sing on.
You got it.
Have a table.
Great.
How's your day?
Trying to make some characters make sense.
People in real life don't make sense. Why should characters in a book?
I think because if they didn't, people wouldn't read it. And anyway, I think that people do exactly what makes sense. You know, as an individual, you just have to find out what makes people tick.
I'm not so sure. I'm working on a case, a murder case. A woman named Sandy Dickinson.
Yeah, I saw that in the paper.
Okay, so then you know she's just released from prison. She's doing time for killing her sleazebag husband who was using her as a punching bag.
Do you think she killed him in self-defense?
No question. And remember, this is a woman that didn't have a previous record. So she gets out of prison, has a chance to start her life over again, and she doesn't. Instead, she allegedly blackmails some guy, winds up dead. It doesn't make sense to me. Thanks, Carla. Put it on my tab.
No problem, Dennis.
Okay.
So to what? To new friends?
New friends. Cheers.
So what makes the Sandy tick?
That's what I've been trying to figure out. She had a little boy, around 6 years old. I bet any money that she did the husband to protect the boy. And what's happened to him? He's disappeared.
Do you always give total strangers the benefit of the doubt?
Gut feeling. Still, the problem of who killed her and why. The day of her death, she deposited $5 grand in a bank account. Now, tell me, where does a woman just released from prison get that kind of cash?
Oh, that's a good question. But how did you find out about the money?
ATM slip. It even has a time.
Well, that doesn't really matter. I mean, anybody could make a deposit for all you know her killer made it.
The bank video. Well, I've been thinking, you're brilliant.
Oh, well, thank you.
I don't mean to be rude, but, and I promise I'm gonna make this up to you, but I have to get a hold of the bank manager. I don't have your number.
Oh, I can call you tomorrow around 10 a.m. I swear.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
This is Detective McCoy for Frank Sutton. All right. Tell him I'm coming in tomorrow morning. I have a few questions I want to ask him. Excuse me, Maria.
What can I do for you, Detective?
I have a little favor. I'm wondering if you can help me out. It's delicate.
Delicate enough that I should take a coffee break, talk to you outside?
Yeah, pretty much. I need you to access Frank Sutton's telephone records. His car phone, home, office, whatever you can get your hands on.
Will I lose my pension over this?
I'll take full responsibility.
Doesn't answer the question. Do you really have something on him?
Maria, I wouldn't be asking you if I didn't.
Okay, I'll help you out. But it's gonna take some time. I have to do this when nobody's around.
Yeah, I know. Thanks.
The party chairman thinks we should use the $200K to buy commercial spots, but I wanted to get your opinion. Well, yeah, if you're on board, then I'll tell him it's a go. right. Okay. I'll talk to you. Bye. What's on your mind?
When was the last time you saw Sandy Dickinson?
At a parole hearing?
You sure?
Of course I'm sure.
Day before yesterday, what'd you do for lunch, Frank?
The usual. I ate it. Hold my calls. Find the body yet?
No, they haven't found the body. Security guard said the incident happened at 10 p.m. Where were you, Frank?
What are you implying?
It's just a question.
I was hosting a fundraiser at my house.
2 types of blood were found on the victim's backpack. One was hers. The other probably belongs to the shooter.
Circumstantial.
What blood type are you, Frank?
City council meeting, boss.
So, Tonya,
Yeah.
how's he doing in the polls?
Losing ground fast. But what do you care? You hate Sutton.
I hate his opponent more.
Yeah, I know what you mean. He's a real sleaze.
How's the fundraiser?
I don't know how successful it was, but I had a great time. Have you ever seen his place?
No.
It's gorgeous. Right by the river. On 76th?
They land any big contributors?
Yeah, like God, no.
What? Aren't you part of the inner circle?
Me. Get real, McCoy.
So, how long was the party?
Around 4 hours.
Sutton was there the whole time?
Yeah, pretty much.
What do you mean, pretty much?
I mean, for about 20 minutes, he was nowhere to be found.
No kidding. Around what time was that?
Around 10? Sanderson was really pissed off.
I'll catch you later. McCoy.
Hi, Dennis. It's me, Mary.
How you doing? You want to take a break? Go for a ride?
So, what are we doing here?
We have to see how long it takes to get from here to the 79th Street Bridge.
Okay. Go.
So how long?
3 minutes.
And that was in traffic. At night it'd be quicker. All right. Well, you be the victim, and I'll be the shooter.
This is some second date.
Now you know why I got divorced.
May I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Well, when I covered the crime beat, detectives always worked in pairs. Why don't you?
Have you ever heard of the Blue Wall of Silence?
Of course, who hasn't?
I broke it. I turned my partner into the DA.
You must have had a good reason.
Now who's giving a complete stranger the benefit of the doubt?
Gut feeling. Guess you better show me how to be a victim.
Yeah. All right. Security guard saw a car pull up here. Guy got out, hop up.
Okay.
Pulled her out of the trunk and go right over there. He chased her.
Here?
He grabbed her.
Whoa!
Whoa.
And then he hit her, right?
Yeah.
And then she fell for him. She fell in front of him.
Right. And he took out a gun and he shot her. Hop up. And then he tossed her over the bridge.
You gonna let me go?
What?
You gonna let me go?
Yeah. The security guard was there every night, same time. It's a perfect view.
Well, now all you need is a suspect.
Yeah. Well, cross your fingers if this is what I'm hoping it is.
She and your partner?
Temporarily.
First, there was a phone call placed from room 12 at the Pinecone Motel to your subject's office. The room was registered under the name Sandy Dickinson.
I knew it.
That's not all. The night of Sandy Dickinson's murder, the subject placed a phone call from his car phone to, and you are not going to believe this, Paulie Ranguso.
Ranguso? We got the bastard.
What are you going to do with this?
Get a search warrant. We have probable cause.
Nice knowing you, McCoy. And remember, this didn't come from me.
This gives us the authorization to search your office, car, and home.
You are one dumb son of a bitch.
We'll see. Go ahead. Good.
You must be living right, McCoy. They found traces of both hair and blood in the trunk of the car. We have a match with Dickinson's blood type and a hair match from the motel.
If only we had a body.
You still can get a conviction. It does happen. The evidence certainly points to Sandy Dickinson.
If a judge allows it.
Wait a minute. There's a possibility that he won't?
Always.
But they can't do that. A jury has to hear everything.
They should, but they don't. What else do you have?
Traces of mud on Sutton's shoes match the soil near the murder. And according to our records, he has O-negative blood. Now, if you can get a sample from him, maybe we can match the DNA to the blood in the backpack.
Frank, as your attorney, I strongly advise you not to cooperate.
If your client has nothing to hide, then he has nothing to worry about.
That's not the point. This is a witch hunt. This is a personal vendetta on your part, McCoy.
It's all right, Roland. I didn't kill anyone. So the sooner I give a blood sample, the sooner forensics will clear me. And the sooner I can bury this incompetent pain-in-the-ass loser. Send him in, McCoy.
Hello?
Yeah, it's me. Did you find her kid yet?
Working on it.
Well, work harder. I gotta know if she's dead.
It must be crazy going after the DA. You know, if you put this in one of your books, no one would believe it.
I do?
Really?
Yeah, really.
Yoshima. You look serious.
You can relax. You got your man.
Frank Sutton, I'm arresting you for the murder of Sandy Dickinson.
Get rolling on the phone. When I get through with you, McCoy, you won't be able to get a job shoveling horse shit at a racetrack.
Here's to Frank Sutton. Wait till he meets the fellas in cell block C.
And get this, Sutton's so sure he'll beat the rap, he demanded the trial start immediately.
Wouldn't you love to see his lawyer's face?
Carla, can we have a bottle of your finest champagne and caviar?
You're a real funny guy, Dennis.
Okay. How's potato skins?
Oh, an extra sour cream, please.
Sure.
Thanks. So, you got him.
Grand jury was unanimous. I couldn't have done it without you.
Oh, but somehow I think you would have figured it out.
Well, having you in my corner, that hasn't happened in a long, long time. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Why is such a beautiful woman like you unattached?
I was married, and that's over.
When?
It was 3 years ago. I'm sorry, Dennis. I don't really like to talk about it.
That's okay.
Thanks.
I'll do the honors.
To better friends.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking we should get a doggy bag and take the champagne back to your place.
Morning.
Good morning.
I hope you like your coffee black.
What do you think?
I think that I should get out of here because I could get in trouble. I'll give you a call. Okay? No, I won't. I still don't have your number.
It was turned off. I mean, there's something wrong with the line. The phone company's coming today between like 9 and 5. I'll call you.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Let's go play. Come on.
Roland Sanderson's office.
I'd like to leave a message for Frank Sutton.
Someone left this message for you in my office. We have a problem.
What's this we shit?
We, because I have to explain to a jury why your DNA is all over the dead girl's backpack.
I'm being set up.
Frank, if someone's out to get you, tell me who it is. We'll go after them.
No, I can't.
Frank, whatever it is, it can't possibly be any worse than a murder charge.
We're gonna have to do this my way.
How do I explain the blood?
You don't. Juries don't understand DNA anyway. Our expert testimony will cancel out theirs, and you'll destroy them in cross.
And what happens if I don't destroy them in cross?
Then I'll have to take the stand. Hey, I never met a jury I couldn't convince.
Frank, if there's any funny business going on here.
Relax, Roland. There's one thing I can tell you for sure. I did not kill this girl.
Catch me!
It's time for you to go now.
I want you to come too.
Soon.
When? When, Mom?
Soon, honey. Come on. Give us a kiss.
Love you.
Okay, go on. I'll call you later.
Okay. Bye.
Hello.
Hi, Dennis. It's me, Mary.
Hi. So I thought I'd treat you to stir fry. It's an old McCoy family recipe.
Stir fry being a staple of Irish cooking.
Well, you come over, I'll make a believer out of you.
I've had a long day at work, and, it's not going very well.
You stuck on a character or something?
Yeah. Yeah, you could definitely say that.
Okay. Well, maybe tomorrow we could...
I think this is actually gonna take a couple of days.
Mary, am I missing something? Because I don't know about you, but I had a great time.
Oh, the best. It's not you.
Are you going to the trial?
I'll try. Look, I better go.
Can you describe what you saw on the night in question?
A red Jaguar stopped on the bridge. A man got out. He went to the back of the car and pulled a woman from the trunk.
Did the man say anything?
Yes. He said, "You can't blackmail me."
And then what happened?
The woman said, "I won't tell anyone." But then he slapped her. He took a gun from his jacket and shot her. Then he threw her off the bridge.
Can you describe the man that you saw that night?
He was in his 50s, brown hair, stocky, maybe 180 pounds.
Does he resemble anyone here in this courtroom today?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor. This calls for a conclusion.
Withdrawn. Nothing further.
Was it dark that night?
I guess so.
Was the bridge well lighted?
It has lights.
In fact, several of the lights were out on the bridge. Isn't that true? Your Honor, I would like to enter into evidence this document. It is an affidavit from street maintenance confirming the fact that several of the lights were out on the bridge the night of Sandy Dickinson's death. Have you ever seen anybody shot before?
No.
Was it frightening to you?
Sure.
All right. It was dark, the bridge lights were bad, and you were frightened. In fact, isn't it true that you even failed to identify the defendant in a lineup?
Yes.
Thank you. No further questions.
If I were you, I'd go out there and start looking for another witness. The DNA sample taken from Frank Sutton matches DNA that was found on the crime scene. Now, what are the odds that the blood found on the victim's backpack is not the blood of Frank Sutton?
2.5 million to 1.
Thank you. Your witness.
Is DNA testing 100% accurate, yes or no?
No.
That it is possible that the blood on the backpack was not Frank Sutton's.
It's possible, but...
Thank you. Nothing further.
And when did you decide to move on an arrest warrant?
I waited till the results of the DNA came back. When I knew that Frank Sutton's blood was on the victim's backpack.
Objection. It has yet to be established that Mr. Sutton's blood is on the backpack.
Sustained. Your Honor.
Continue.
I have no further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Mr. Sanderson?
Detective, is it not true that you have a personal vendetta against my client?
Objection.
Fix that character problem?
Not exactly. See, I like him. A lot. But he doesn't exactly fit in the story. At least the way I'd planned it.
Sounds a bit too much like real life for me. And real life has a way of kicking you in the ass, so if you don't mind. I want to know everything about you.
No, you don't.
Why not?
There are some things that I've done. Compromises I've made.
Whatever you've done, whatever I've done, who cares?
I think you will. Not now, but later.
No. I doubt it.
You're gonna win this trial.
Whether I do or don't. I want to know if you're going to stick around after.
You have no idea how much I wish we met a long time ago.
Take care. See you later, Sandy.
I'll call you later.
Okay. Bye, Mom.
Hi, it's me. Something happened. There's one more thing I gotta take care of, and then I am out of here.
How long did you stay at the fundraiser?
I was there the whole time.
Was Frank Sutton there for the entire time?
No. He took a phone call and then he left the room for about 20 minutes.
Time enough to drive from 76th Street to 79th Street, commit a murder, and drive back.
Objection. This calls for a conclusion.
Sustained. Nothing further. You're a witness.
Did you ever actually see Frank Sutton drive off in his own car?
No.
So, as far as your own personal knowledge goes, he could have been on the premises for the entire time, isn't that right?
Yes.
Thank you. No further questions.
Ms. Callahan?
Your Honor, the state rests at this time. Of course, I reserve the right to call any final witnesses should they come forward.
We have got them on the run. Honestly, you don't have to testify.
Of course I do. Juries think that defendants who don't take the stand are guilty. Reasonable doubt isn't good enough. Unless they totally believe in my innocence, I'm ruined.
Hey, mister, what are you using for bait?
Excuse me?
You're not here to fish.
No. No. People usually fish from the bridge?
Well, usually underneath. It depends on what you're catching.
Do you come out here a lot?
Nearly every night.
Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions?
Mr. Sutton, I have only one question. Did you kill Sandy Dickinson?
No, I did not.
Thank you. No further questions.
Mr. Sutton,
Ms. Callahan.
on the bank video, we saw a woman carrying a briefcase, bumping into you from behind. You were carrying an identical briefcase. She switched briefcases with you, and then was seen depositing $5,000 into Sandy Dickinson's account. Can you explain that?
No, I had never seen that woman before.
It is your testimony that a woman you've never seen before kissed you on the cheek?
Well, I am a politician. Women kiss me all the time.
Can you explain your 20-minute disappearance on the night of your fundraiser party?
Easily. I made a phone call.
From your car phone, didn't you?
Yes, but it was a wrong number.
Would you be surprised to find out that phone records show that the wrong number you incorrectly dialed happens to belong to Mr. Paulie Ranguso?
It was a wrong number.
Mr. Ranguso had murder charges against him dismissed by you.
You are twisting the facts.
Mr. Sutton. Let me summarize. You give $5,000 to a woman you've never seen before. On the night of your fundraiser party, you disappear for 20 minutes at the same time that Sandy Dickinson is murdered, and you make a phone call, which you claim is a wrong number, to a mob kingpin.
I object.
Your Honor, I'm merely stating the facts.
Overruled.
Let me tell you what I think really happened, Mr. Sutton. You dismissed murder charges against Ranguso for political favors. Somehow, Sandy Dickinson found out about it, and she tried to blackmail you. That's when you shot her and dumped her body off a bridge. Now, isn't that what really happened?
Absolutely not.
Your Honor, this is outrageous.
Ms. Callahan?
No further questions.
Wait a minute, I'm not through.
Yes, Mr. Sutton, you are.
Your Honor, another witness has come forward. I would like to call Mr. Silas Wilson to the stand.
Very well. Silas Wilson. You may step down now, Mr. Sutton.
Mr. Wilson, do you see in the courtroom today the man who shot Sandy Dickinson, the man who threw her over the bridge that night?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you please point him out to us?
He's sitting right there.
Let the records show that Mr. Wilson is pointing at the defendant, Frank
This
Sutton.
man is lying!
Frank?
Mr. Sanderson, if you cannot control your
I'm
client...
sorry, Your Honor. Frank?
Mr. Wilson, why did you not come forward earlier?
Why, I was scared. But that detective over there convinced me it was the right thing to do.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. Your witness.
Mr. Wilson, how old are you?
70?
And you always wear eyeglasses?
Yes, sir.
And when did you last have your eyes checked?
Listen, mister, I saw what I saw. I may be old, but I'm not blind.
It's her. That's her! That's Sandy Dickinson!
Order!
Stop it! That man.
What are you doing?
I didn't kill anyone. I've been set up!
Order!
I didn't do any of this! He's lying!
Dennis, jury's back.
Will the defendant please rise? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, in the matter of the state versus Frank Sutton, how do you find?
We find the defendant, Frank Sutton, guilty of murder in the first degree.
Thank you for your service. The jury is dismissed. The defendant is remanded into custody. Sentencing will be in 2 weeks. Court adjourned.
Don't worry. We'll get him on appeal.
Thank you.
comment.
Wait, can we get a word, please? Can we just get a statement?
Here's to sweet justice.
I have to admit, posing as Frank Sutton sure got me primed for going back on the grid.
Oh, don't you get too primed, Daryl, honey. You ain't gonna be throwing me off any more bridges.
Anyhow, you gotta admit, taking Frank's con and turning it back around on him was a stroke of genius. You're a natural, girl.
I really appreciate what you guys did. Thanks a lot. Would you excuse me for a minute?
Sure, darling.
Sure, honey.
Hey. I guess I'm just wondering where to go from here. Now that Sandy Dickinson is dead.
You still have one last identity from the witness files, don't you?
Oh, yeah, but I always thought I'd get my own life back, you know?
Ah, hell. What's in a name, anyway? You're still you, right? Hey, sweetie.
Sandy?
If you're reading this, you're as good a detective as I thought. You're probably angry with me, and you have every right to be. Dennis, please believe not all of it was a lie, not what I felt for you. Maybe one day we'll meet again and I'll be able to explain it all to you. For now, all I can say is there simply was no other way. I know a part of you is ready to run out the door and find me. I hope the other part of you will think about a little boy who needs his mother.
Alright folks, we've just wrapped up the witness files and I've got some fresh thoughts to share with you. So this movie is a classic example of one that almost stuck the landing, but a few missteps kept it from greatness. But what I couldn't fault was the acting. Yancy Butler's performance as Sandy was the heart of this movie. She took a character who could have easily been cliche and made her fierce, intelligent, and resourceful. Her acting skills, both literal and metaphorical, were a clever touch that added depth to her character. Barry Flatman, on the other hand, gave us a villain who's cold, calculating, and terrifyingly realistic. He doesn't twirl a mustache, but he pulls the strings with chilling precision. Together, both actors elevated the film despite its flaws. And let's talk tension, because this film delivers on that front. The whole premise of Sandy being coerced into falsely testifying against a mob hitman while simultaneously outmaneuvering the corrupt DA was undeniably compelling. It was like watching a chess game where everyone's cheating but somehow still following the rules. The constant who's betraying who dynamic kept me engaged, and the pacing moved quickly enough to stave off any boredom. But here's where the wheels started to come off. The DA's plan to kill off the witnesses to save his career was frankly ludicrous if you think about it. I mean, he's supposed to be this high-powered, cunning authority figure, but his methods are so risky and implausible that it breaks the immersion. And Sandy's ability to gain the upper hand thanks to her acting background stretched my suspension of disbelief way too far. Not only is she on the run, but she's outsmarting seasoned assassins and corrupt officials with minimal help. I mean, it's entertaining for sure, but if you think too hard about the logic, it starts to fall apart. Then there's Detective McCoy, played by David Nerman. He's set up as this moral anchor, but his motivations are weak. Why does he risk his entire career and life for a wanted felon? It's never established, and his whole story arc was clearly underdeveloped, which points to poor writing. Still though, The Witness Files wasn't without its charm. The performances were fantastic and the suspense did its job. It's a fun, late 90s Canadian crime thriller that's worth watching if you can forgive its narrative flaws. For that reason, I'm giving it a solid 3 stars. It's tense and entertaining, but not without its fair share of eye-rolling moments. What did you guys think? Let me know if you were as torn on it as I was in the comment section below. Have a great New Year's celebration, and I'll catch you again in 2025. This is Holy Critic, signing out.